Hi guys, my name is Murdoch and welcome to episode 3 of the Sketchbook series. We are on a roll with these. If you're new here and don't know what Sketchbook Wednesday is, it's basically we draw, paint, or I guess just create a piece of art in this sketchbook, and we do that every Wednesday until this sketchbook is full, and then at the end we can all take a look back and see how far we've come. I also discuss the topic while the art's going on. One either I choose or you guys suggest. So if you have any suggestions on topics you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments below. And who knows, you could be responsible for the next Sketchbook Wednesday topic. Now before I start the drawing, I actually plan to turn it into a coloring page. So if I leave this part in the video, it means I did, and the link to it will be in my description. Also, if you actually color in the coloring page, post on Instagram, either a regular post or story, and tag me, and I will repost it. If you want to give my Instagram a follow, it is on screen right now. It's Murdoch_arts. And yeah, without further ado, let's do this. On the first episode, I tried doodle art, inspired by Vex, and I must say I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So, this week we're doing it again, except this time, you guys will have a chance to color it in too. Now the past couple episodes' discussions have all been focused on the art I was currently making. I talked about why I'm starting a new channel, my inspirations, and my love for graffiti. Today I want to be a little more random and spontaneous. It doesn't relate much to the art, but today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite bands. This list isn't going to be in any specific order except for the last one, which is my favorite band of all time. But we'll talk about that when we get there. To start off, we have 3 Days Grace, a Canadian rock band that I grew up listening to. They're a band that I'd hear on the radio and I'd know it was them, but they weren't my top tier bands until I think around I was in grade 7, maybe grade 8. It's when I learned that one of my friends really liked them, which was awesome because a lot of people, especially around that time, weren't really into rock music, or at least at my school. So I started listening to them more, and we actually went to a concert and saw them live together, which was really sick. I've seen them live twice now. Anyways, I know other songs. If you listen to rock music, you probably know at least a couple of them, and I highly recommend checking them out. My favorite album of theirs is probably Life Starts Now, so yeah. Moving on, we've got Linkin Park. Linkin Park for me is similar to 3 Days Grace in the sense that I grew up hearing them on the radio and I loved a couple of their songs, but never really sat down and listened to all their albums. That wasn't until Chester Bennington died, which was really sad. After that, I listened to a lot of Linkin Park. Like, I would just put all their albums on shuffle and listen to them. I was gonna try and list my top 3 songs at the end of this topic, but I just can't. Like, there are so many good ones. I don't even know what I would recommend, but I guess my top 5 are probably Numb, In the End, Bleed It Out, No More Sorrow, and Burn It Down. But even then, they're still all interchangeable. Moving on, we have Green Day. Admittedly, their newest album kinda sucks, but the rest of them are bangers. I remember my mom driving me and my sister around, and we get to take turns picking what song or album we'd listen to, and my go-to is always Good Riddance, Time of Your Life off of Green Day's International Super Hits album. That was my first introduction to them and is a mix of, in my opinion, their best work, minus the American Idiot album. That album is a masterpiece. I used to listen to that before soccer games to get myself psyched up. Top songs I would recommend have got to be Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, Holiday, and American Idiot. But there are so many others. You've probably heard them, but if you haven't, trust me, look them up as soon as this video is over. The second last band before my number 1 has to be the Beatles. I don't listen to them as often as some of these other bands or even other artists that aren't on this list, but they'll always have a place in my heart. They're one of my dad's favorite bands, if not his favorite band of all time, and yeah, I don't really know what else to add. Everyone knows the Beatles, everyone loves the Beatles. I mentioned before how I would listen to the American Idiot album before soccer games. Well, before that, I listened to the Beatles' White Album. Another one I remember listening to a lot of as a kid was Yellow Submarine. Oh, and my dad would play the Beatles' Love album a lot in the car, including on the way to soccer practices, which is a nice memory. Now before I get to my favorite band of all time, I'd like to go over a few honorable mentions. First of all, we've got The Offspring. Great band, you should check them out. We've also got Shinedown, Machine Gun Kelly, Finger Eleven, and Volbeat. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Maybe, not really, since you clicked on this video for doodle art, but whatever. Billy Talent, my favorite band of all time. My first CD was their debut album, which I still remember getting. I remember them being my favorite band, and my parents had the CD, and I went up to my mom and asked her if I could have it, and she said sure. I still have it today. There's a crack down the case because I stepped on it when I was like 10, but the CD is still intact. The CD is fine. They were also my first concert where I got to meet them, which was phenomenal. I've seen them live 3 times now, and yeah, they are so much more than just music for me. I eventually want to do an art piece dedicated to them and go into more detail about them and why they're so special to me, because I could talk about my experiences with their music for ages. But I'll wrap it up here by just saying go check them out. Their newest song, Reckless Paradise, is an absolute banger, and yeah, I guess I will see you in the outro. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. Before I show you the final piece, I just want to say that the coloring page turned out amazing. My coloring job on this piece actually isn't my favorite, so I'm sure you can do better. If you want to try it out or you know someone who might, the link, as I said before, is in the description. And remember to post it and tag me so I can shout you out. Thanks again for watching. Here it is.